airplane pilot Petey Shelbourne stumbles into a pawn shop covered in blood and clutching a creepy toy monkey with a drum. Desperate to be rid of it, he warns the shop owner that the monkey is cursed. Whenever it plays its drum, disaster strikes. As if on cue, the monkey begins to play. After a brief silence, a mouse gnaws through an electrical wire, causing a chain reaction that topples a statue holding a harpoon gun. The gun fires, impaling the shop owner and yanking out his intestines as the harpoon retracts. Horrified, Petey grabs a flamethrower and attempts to destroy the monkey. Petey later abandons his wife Lois and their twin sons Hal and Bill. The boys grow up estranged, with Hal being timid and Bill bullying him. Lois, embittered by Petey's abandonment, instills in her sons a cynical outlook on life. Hal and Bill discover the monkey among their father's old belongings. Hal winds its key, but nothing happens. That night, their babysitter Annie takes them to a hibachi restaurant. Hal leaves the monkey in the car, but as the trio dines, the monkey begins its eerie tune. Moments later, a flirtatious hibachi chef accidentally decapitates Annie with his spatula, her head landing sizzling on the grill. At school, Bill encourages other kids to mock Hal for carrying the monkey. Enraged, Hal attempts to use it against Bill. He winds the key and waits. Bill arrives home as Lois bakes a cake. But as soon as the monkey finishes its song, Lois begins bleeding from every orifice before collapsing, dead. As an adult, Hal later learns she suffered a rare boomerang aneurysm. At the funeral, a heartbroken Bill refuses to accept her death, begging her to wake up. Determined to end the monkey's curse, Hal chops it into pieces. The monkey reappears intact at their Uncle Chip and Aunt Ida's house. Skeptical, Bill winds the key again. Later, during a camping trip, Uncle Chip is trampled to death by a stampede of wild horses. The boys seal the monkey in a box and throw it down a well, believing they've ended its curse. 25 years later, Hal is a loner with a son, Petey, whom he only sees once a year. When he arrives to pick up Petey, his ex-wife informs him that her new husband, Ted Hammerman, is adopting Petey and that Hal should step out of their lives. Meanwhile, Aunt Ida, now elderly and living alone, falls through her basement stairs and gets caught in a tangle of fish hooks. As she attempts to clean her wounds, she hears a noise from the stove. Leaning in, the burner ignites, engulfing her head in flames. She stumbles outside, colliding face first with the sharp end of a for sale sign. Her belongings are later sold, and among them is the monkey, purchased by Ricky, the son of a local police officer who abandoned his family. On a road trip, Hal takes Petey to a motel before heading to a horror-themed amusement park. That night, he receives a call from Bill, whom he hasn't seen in years. Bill warns him that the monkey has returned and instructs Hal to go to Ida's house to settle her estate. While outside, Hal watches as a rooftop air conditioning unit falls into a puddle leaking into a pool. A woman dives in before he can warn her, electrocuting herself into an explosive death. Convinced that the monkey is active again, Hal wakes Petey and leaves immediately. At Ida's home, Hal and Petey meet perky real estate agent Barbara. She informs them of a series of grisly accidents that have plagued the town since Ida's death. While exploring the house, Barbara opens a closet door, triggering a shotgun to fall and blast her to pieces. Hal catches a fingertip in his mouth. It turns out that Bill, now a reclusive and bitter man, bought the monkey from Ricky. Believing Hal caused their mother's death, Bill has been activating the monkey in hopes of killing his brother. Instead, innocent people have been dying. In desperation, he enlists Ricky to kidnap Hal and Petey, hoping to force Petey to turn the key and kill Hal. Meanwhile, the monkey also claims another victim, Hal's co-worker Dwayne, who chokes to death on his vape pen. Ricky, wearing his father's old police uniform, abducts Hal and Petey, bringing them to Bill's hideout. As Ricky holds Hal at gunpoint, he absent-mindedly scratches his head with the weapon, accidentally firing into a wasp nest. Inside, Bill persuades Petey to turn the key. As soon as the monkey starts playing, the wasps swarm into Ricky's mouth, tearing through his face from the inside. Hal rushes inside to confront Bill, who is furious and demands that the monkey kill Hal, even forcing its arm down onto the drum. The monkey plays rapidly, triggering an explosion in the distance. Outside, a plane crashes into the town, killing a large portion of the population. Hal pleads with Bill, apologizing for their past and acknowledging that he also loved their mother. Bill, shaken, appears ready to reconcile. But just as he lowers his guard, the monkey's arm strikes the drum one final time, setting off a booby trap. A cannon shoots their mother's old bowling ball across the room, crushing Bill's skull. Hal and Petey leave in silence. As they drive through the devastated town, they pass the wreckage, bodies strewn everywhere. Hal decides to keep the monkey close and accept that it's his. They stop at a red light and see a ghostly man on a white horse, perhaps the embodiment of death, glide past their car. Hal invites Petey to go dancing, a pastime Lois once loved. Petey agrees. As they drive away, a bus full of excited cheerleaders leans out of their windows, cheering. In a gruesome instant, a passing transport truck clips them from the opposite direction, decapitating them all in one swift motion.